This isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
Ruthless spirit.
We're all counting on you, Yakumo.
Caroline! Are you there? They have me locked up in this
Cool. What's up?
Let's kick things off with Battlefield 6. All right, so this game marks a bold return to large-scale warfare, blending cinematic destruction, squad-based tactics, and next-gen visuals into a high-octane FPS experience. The game introduces a revamped Battle Royale mode featuring 100 player matches, destructible environments, and a brutal shrinking ring that instantly eliminates players on contact. Class-based squads, armored vehicles, and dynamic missions add strategic depth, while transport vehicles and lootable gear keep the action fluid and unpredictable. With no class switching mid-match and a focus on team synergy, Battlefield 6 aims to redefine the genre's competitive edge. Battlefield 6 launches October 10th, 2025 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
It's over.
Let's get to work.
Come, your masters of war. Hear the bells of big guns. Hear it hide behind walls.
30 seconds!
They turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly.
Move fast. Move decisive. Dagger on my 6.
Send it.
And I hope that you die. And your death will come soon. I follow your casket by the pale afternoon. I watch while you
Clear the ship now!
and I stand over your grave, 'cause I'm sure that you're dead.
Paint the target for the F-61.
I watch while you
Fucking burn us off!
and I stand over your grave, 'cause I'm sure that you're dead. Masters of
Cairn is a survival climbing adventure that casts you as Ava, a determined mountaineer attempting to summit the treacherous Mount Kami, a peak no one has conquered. With no HUD and fully manual limb control, every climb becomes a tense, physics-driven puzzle where posture, stamina, and resource management are key. Players must read the rock face, plan their route, and place pitons to secure progress, all while battling exhaustion and environmental hazards. The game features handcrafted climbing surfaces, a story-rich campaign, and an expedition mode with alternate characters and styles like Alpine or Free Solo. Cairn releases November 5th, 2025 on PlayStation 5 and PC.
Do they understand what we're doing?
You mean climbing? There's no way they could get it. I don't know how you do it.
The mountain is in my gut, deep inside. There's only the mountain.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 plunges players into a fractured world in 2035 where psychological warfare and global tech conspiracies collide. David Mason returns to lead Spectre 1 against Raul Menendez, resurrected and allied with the Guild, a shadowy weapons conglomerate. The campaign blends solo and co-op missions across surreal environments, from neon-lit Tokyo rooftops to the Mediterranean city of Avalon, culminating in a multiplayer-infused final mission. Dead Ops Arcade returns, and Zombies mode features round-based survival with new lore. Black Ops 7 launches November 14th, 2025 on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
So eager to leave, Daddy.
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Code Violet is a third-person action horror game set in the 25th century where Earth has become uninhabitable and humanity clings to survival on TRAPPIST-1E. You play as Violet Sinclair, a woman abducted from the past to serve as a surrogate in a desperate, ethically twisted mission to save mankind. Trapped in the Aeon bioengineering complex, you must navigate neon-lit corridors and prehistoric jungles teeming with deadly dinosaurs and hostile forces. With no HUD, limited inventory, and intense stealth-based survival mechanics, every decision is critical. The game blends explosive combat, mind-bending puzzles, and a gripping conspiracy narrative. Code Violet launches December 12th, 2025 on PlayStation 5.
You're more important than you understand.
There is something
Different about her. She's our priority.
Ghost of Yotei is a stealth action epic set in 1603, 3 centuries after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. You play as Atsu, a lone warrior driven by vengeance after the Yotei 6 murdered her family and left her for dead. The game unfolds across the snow-covered landscapes of Izo, blending swordplay, supernatural elements, and cinematic storytelling. Atsu's journey evolves from revenge to redemption as she uncovers a deeper conspiracy tied to ancient spirits and imperial secrets. With dynamic weather, reactive NPCs, and a refined stealth system, Ghost of Yotei promises a haunting, immersive experience. It launches October 2nd, 2025, exclusively on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro.
Swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way. I survived every battle. The thought of killing you. Ruthless spirits, wandering the land, driven by vengeance. Sometimes I feel like that is what I am.
Jurassic World Evolution 3 expands the dinosaur park simulation genre with over 80 prehistoric species, including fully animated juvenile variants and complex breeding systems. Players can sculpt terrain with intuitive tools, build modular enclosures, and manage dynamic ecosystems where creatures interact, socialize, and evolve. Campaign mode spans global locations like Japan and Hawaii, while sandbox and challenge modes offer endless customization. Cross-platform sharing debuts via Frontier Workshop, letting players showcase parks and scenery worldwide. Jeff Goldblum returns as Dr. Ian Malcolm, adding cinematic flair to the narrative. Jurassic World Evolution 3 launches October 21st, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
And do keep an eye on the young dinosaurs. They can inherit more than just appearances. Every site must be a perfect balance of security and spectacle. Protecting our guests is crucial, but so is inspiring the next generation. As with any project of this scale, not everything will go according to plan. As the park manager, you'll also need to assess emerging situations and get them under control. It won't be easy, but that's why we're hiring the best. Din is here to make a difference. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but please...
Caution, gate opening.
This is your first and final warning. Din must not continue.
Keeper is a surreal, wordless adventure from Double Fine Productions, where a forgotten lighthouse awakens on a remote island and embarks on a mystifying journey. Joined by a spirited seabird, the lighthouse traverses dreamlike landscapes filled with ancient ruins, floating creatures, and shifting biomes. The game blends atmospheric puzzle solving with emotional storytelling, using light, movement, and environmental cues to guide players through a tale of unlikely companionship and transformation. With no dialogue or HUD, Keeper relies on visual storytelling and ambient design to evoke wonder and introspection. Keeper launches October 17th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S and Windows PC. Little Nightmares 3 continues the franchise's eerie legacy with a new duo, Low and Alone, trapped in the twisted realm of the nowhere. Players must navigate grotesque environments like the Necropolis, Candy Factory, and a derelict fun fair, solving puzzles and evading monstrous residents. For the first time, online co-op lets two players team up, or you can play solo with an AI companion. Each character wields a unique item, Low's bow and Alone's wrench, used for traversal, combat, and puzzle solving. The game deepens its surreal horror with dynamic environments, haunting sound design, and a layered narrative of trauma and escape. Little Nightmares 3 launches October 10th, 2025 on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, and PC. Metroid Prime 4. Beyond sends Samus Aran to the mysterious planet Vuros, where ancient ruins and psychic anomalies hint at a galactic threat tied to her past. The game blends classic first-person exploration with new traversal mechanics, including gravity wells, morph ball upgrades, and a customizable visor system. Players will face off against Psylux, a rogue bounty hunter with ties to the Federation, in sprawling biomes filled with secrets, puzzles, and evolving enemy AI. Retro Studios returns with a cinematic campaign, dynamic boss battles, and dual-mode visuals optimized for both Switch and Switch 2. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond launches December 4th, 2025 on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Ninja Gaiden 4 reignites the legendary franchise with a brutal, high-speed action experience set in a near-future Tokyo plagued by an ancient curse. You play as Yakumo, a young prodigy from the Raven clan, whose fate is intertwined with the iconic Ryu Hayabusa. The game blends classic hack-and-slash combat with modern flair. Bloodbind ninjutsu transforms weapons mid-fight, while legacy moves like the Azuna Drop and Flying Swallow return with cinematic intensity. Players face cybernetic ninja soldiers, otherworldly beasts, and a miasma-soaked cityscape in a story of vengeance and redemption. Ninja Gaiden 4 launches October 21st, 2025 on Xbox Series XLS, PlayStation 5, Steam, and Game Pass.
Stay away from the Dark Dragon Seal. Go back home to your little raven nest. Or die here. If you truly think you have what it takes to slay the Dark Dragon, prove it.
The very fiend that resurrected the Dark Dragon years ago. Even a mortal such as yourself has heard of me? I'm sure. Die, insect!
Please, don't kill him. The whole world's at stake.
Painkiller Remake resurrects the cult classic FPS with a brutal, modern overhaul that plunges players back into purgatory for one last shot at redemption. You'll battle grotesque demons and titanic horrors across gothic landscapes using an arsenal of infernal weapons like the stake gun, electro driver, and rocket launcher. The game introduces 4 playable characters, Ink, Void, Sol, and Rach, each with unique perks and upgradable abilities via tarot cards. Fast-paced combat is enhanced by traversal mechanics like grappling hooks and dashes, while online co-op for up to 3 players adds chaotic synergy. Painkiller Remake launches October 9th, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Silent Hill F is a psychological horror game set in 1960s Japan in the eerie, fog-shrouded town of Ebisugaoka. You play as Hinako Shimizu, a teenage girl grappling with trauma, isolation, and a mysterious infestation that warps reality. Written by Ryukishi07, known for When They Cry, the story explores themes of decay, identity, and emotional repression through grotesque creatures and surreal environments. Gameplay emphasizes atmospheric exploration, puzzle solving, and survival, with no multiplayer modes and a focus on narrative depth. The haunting visuals and layered character dynamics mark a bold new direction for the franchise. Silent Hill F launches September 25th, 2025 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
What's that? What is this place?
This way.
I better get going.
A good day is always an extraordinary day. An extraordinary day is an always good day. With that in mind, today's a bit too extraordinary.
So this is where you are. I wondered where you had gone. You need to start getting ready. It's time to say your goodbyes. You're going to kill them. With your own hands.
What's going on? No. It's got my home too. The halls, the doors, everything's changed. Tell me, who are you? Please. Just die.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes.
Hmm?
No. It had to be done. As soon as I could.
The Outer Worlds 2 expands Obsidian's satirical sci-fi RPG universe with a new protagonist, fresh companions, and a galaxy torn between corporate greed, religious zealotry, and scientific rebellion. Set in a different star system, players explore sprawling planets, engage in faction-driven quests, and shape their character's personality through revamped perks and flaws. Dialogue choices, skill checks, and branching storylines remain central, while combat introduces new weapons, grenades, and tactical options. With twice the content of the original, the sequel promises deeper world building and sharper humor. The Outer Worlds. 2 launches, October 29th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and revel in you. Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. The cost may be high. One day, I know you'll be mine. Someday, perhaps I'll own 2. For now, I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and burning for you.
An adventure
adventure made for
Tormented Souls 2 continues Caroline Walker's descent into supernatural horror as she journeys to Villa Hesse, a secluded town in southern Chile, to save her sister Anna from a mysterious affliction. The game builds on classic survival horror mechanics with fixed camera angles, grotesque enemies, and mind-bending puzzles that require environmental awareness and item manipulation. Players explore eerie locations like shadowy convents, abandoned malls, and derelict schools, using improvised weapons and reality-shifting powers to survive. With a deeper narrative, enhanced combat, and haunting atmosphere, it's a chilling evolution of the original. Tormented Souls 2 launches October 23, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2 thrusts players into the grim underbelly of modern-day Seattle, where ancient vampire clans clash over power, secrecy, and survival. You play as Fire, a centuries-old elder awakened from torpor, navigating a fractured city while unraveling a supernatural conspiracy. The game features dual protagonists, Fire and Fabian, a Malkavian detective whose intertwined stories shift between present-day and 1920s Seattle. With branching dialogue, clan-based abilities, and a dozen possible endings, Bloodlines 2 blends immersive RPG mechanics with neo-noir horror. Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2 launches October 21st, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Now, this is something. Fire, can you... Oh, guess I found my body.
Detective, is there something you need?
How's the case? Hot leads, cold bodies, reheated plots.
Oh my, you... I think I know what you are.
They say trouble comes in pairs, detective. Trouble comes in pairs.
You are not the only one who has had strange dreams. I see a garden, and I have met someone.
But that would mean...
Who is he?
It brought you here, my fire. My fire.
Where Winds Meet is an open-world wuxia action RPG set in 10th century China during the chaotic 5 Dynasties and 10 Kingdoms period. You play as a wandering swordmaster forging your legend in a world shaped by choice, honor, and consequence. The game features fluid martial arts combat, weapon switching, and mystic techniques like Tai Chi and Shadow Strikes. Players can explore imperial cities, forgotten temples, and lush wilderness, engaging in quests, uncovering secrets, and deciding whether to uphold justice or sow chaos. With dynamic weather, time cycles, and reactive NPCs, the world feels alive and deeply immersive. Where Winds Meet launches November 14th, 2025 on PC and PlayStation 5.
Yet in darkness, legends are born.
You wish to enter the jungle. Do you know the road up ahead?
You promised we'd roam the world together.
You sure you can save them? A hero has only one sword against countless foes.
For the greater good,
Small losses must be borne, but a small sacrifice for greater gain ahead.
Even when their bodies pile up, they're just footnotes in the annals of history. But are the common folk truly voiceless? When the world falls silent, my blade speaks for them!
ARC Raiders is a free-to-play third-person extraction shooter set in a post-apocalyptic Earth where humanity survives underground in a city called Speranza. Players take on the role of raiders, scavengers who surface to battle mechanized ARC forces and rival squads in search of valuable gear. The game features PPVE sandbox gameplay with solo, duo, and trio squads, emphasizing tactical movement, gear management, and high-stakes exfiltration. With dynamic weather, destructible environments, and a skill tree progression system, each run feels tense and rewarding. RC Raiders launches October 30th, 2025 on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and NVIDIA GeForce Now.
Here, you are in control.
And that wraps up our countdown of the 17 biggest new titles still dropping in 2025. If you found something to add to your wish list, smash that like button, sub for more cinematic breakdowns, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single drop. Got a favorite from the list or one we missed? Drop it in the comments. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and keep your backlog dangerous.